Hey guys, it's Sammy and today we are talking about wisdom teeth. Ron says hi too. So I've had this story kind of in my back pocket ready to go if I ever got the inspiration to like actually do it. And finally inspiration struck when Julian Solomita got his wisdom teeth taken out. So I was like, this is the time. This is my moment to share this story because it's somewhat relevant, not relevant, but somewhat relevant. So I literally can't remember if this was 1 or 2 years ago. I don't know if I should be concerned about my memory, if I should see a doctor, if I need to get a CAT scan. I don't know, but this literally, I can't remember if it was 1 or 2 years ago. If you've watched any of my videos about what I looked like in high school, you know that I used to have a giant gap in my teeth. So originally when my wisdom teeth started coming in, my dentist was like, great, they're working as braces and your gap is getting closed. I was like, oh my god, this is perfect. I don't have to get this godforsaken surgery that everyone else is doing. I get my gap closed. We're moving on up in this world. Like, we're good. Until 1 or 2 years ago, still can't remember, when I went to the dentist for the first time in a long time. They looked in my mouth and were like, holy shit, every single one of your wisdom teeth has a giant cavity that is bigger than the actual tooth. They were like, so we're gonna need you to take those out. I was really nervous, but my dentists are super awesome and they were like telling me that this is like the perfect situation. They're not impacted at all. They're 100% in. They're literally decaying inside your mouth. So when they try to take it out, it'll just crumble out. Like they won't even have to pull anything barely. That it'll just like crumble because they're so decayed. And I was like, great. When they were poking around in it so much that a piece of my tooth fell out that day, actually. If I still have that picture, I will put that there. I texted my mom the picture later that day and I was like, holy crap, I do need to get these taken out. They're falling out of my mouth. Oh my god. It looks like a piece of popcorn. I went to like the consultation with the tooth extractor. I don't know what they're called. Tooth surgeon. I went to that guy. He was also like, holy crap, that's cavities. I was terrified to be put to sleep. So the original plan was for me to just get the gas and Novocaine and then just pull them out. That was the plan up until the day, but this is where it gets interesting. So I was so nervous. My mom was in the waiting room, I was in the chair, and there was nurses and doctors like all around me, and I was really excited because they let me listen to music. Although they didn't let me use my own headphones and they put on like those really gross tan ones that you use at school. I was a little bit bummed out about the headphone situation, but whatever. So I was laying back in the chair. I had my nasty computer lab headphones on and my phone. I decided to listen to Sparrow and the Birch by the Crofts family. So it's Colette Butler and her sisters. And yes, I do listen to it when it's not Christmas time. Do not judge me. It's a good album. I think it was currently April at the time because Easter was like a week later. So I was listening to Sparrow and the Birch and they put the gas on me and they were like, okay, just breathe in. Make sure you breathe in through your nose. Like I was breathing in, like they said, like I was breathing in like really deep breaths, like my nostrils go in when I do that and it's really disgusting. Oh, just that one does because my nose is extremely crooked. That's really gross. So I started getting the tingles, a little bit. I started getting the tinglies, you know what I'm saying? The tingles. I also felt like I was on Aladdin's flying carpet. I lost feeling in my legs, like they were just dead, and my arms were just dead. And then all of a sudden my lips started getting tingly because I started to try to breathe through my mouth so I would stop freaking flying up on Aladdin's carpet. But then all of a sudden my mouth and my lips started getting tingly. So in my magic flying carpet ride brain, I was like, oh my god, you can only breathe through your nose now. I was almost like passing out just from the gas alone. I told someone, I was like, actually, can I be put to sleep? Actually, I'm already half asleep and I'm really nervous. I just want to be asleep during it. Okay, we'll tell your mom and when we'll get the anesthetic ready. Here's the next part, which is the climax, if you will. I've never gotten an IV. I never in my life at this point. So I stuck this arm out just so they would know to do this arm. They couldn't find a vein because I was so nervous the entire time and the entire morning that like my veins, if you don't know anything about that, your veins tend to clench up if you're nervous or if you haven't drank or eaten anything that day. So they couldn't find a vein and they were digging around a lot, just digging in my arm with a needle. Then they were like, okay, I'm not gonna torture you anymore. Let's try the other arm. Put out this arm. Again, they dig and they dig and they dig in this arm. So then they're like, oh crap, we gotta try your hand. So I had both my hands out, like still laying, still listening to Sparrow in the Birch. They tried one of my hands. They were digging in my hand. Try this hand. Digging in my hand. No veins. Okay, don't worry. Let's just try them all again. Excuse me, sir? They're like, okay, let's try this arm again. Then they tapped me to bring up my arm and I'm like, I literally cannot. I am on Aladdin's flying carpet right now. I cannot move. So they had to put my arms out. So I was like literally like this, digging. They went through every part 2 more times until they finally found one in my hand. I think, I honestly don't remember. Literally, they tried each spot 3 times. I'm not kidding. My hands had such horrible bruises. They were literally straight black and blue for weeks. Like literally when I went back to work, customers, when I was like using my mouse and like folding up their clothes, they're like looking at my hands like, the frick is that? So I'm gonna show you guys what it was like. So it was basically like this.
Ring out wild bells to the wild sky, the flying cloud, the frosty light, the year is dying in the...
And then they were just like talking and I was just like, I just want to go to sleep. I want to wake up and leave this place and never come back. I just, all of a sudden I woke up, I like got up and they're like, go ahead. They're like, wait, you can't stand up yet. And I was like, I want to go home. I was like crabby, probably because I remember the shit they just put me through. I didn't get all weird and crazy and high like everyone else does. I don't know. But I did feel like sick. Like in the car, I was just like, I did not say a word. I just went in my room, got my peppermint oil because I was feeling nauseous AF. I laid in bed straight flat, like this. Like I was mummified in a coffin. I was smelling my peppermint oil and I just like went to bed with cotton stuff shoved in my mouth, catching all the blood. And so when I woke up, I was feeling fine. After that, the healing process was actually really nice and nothing horrible happened. I healed very nicely. Also, did you know that Orange Julius does not have spoons at their establishments? I went to work like a few days later. I still couldn't eat hard stuff, so I got a smoothie at Orange Julius like I do. Of course, I was like, do you guys have spoons? I like got my wisdom teeth out and you're not allowed to use straws. And they're like, we don't have spoons. And I was like, who are you? So I went to Dairy Queen in the food court and I asked for a spoon. I was like, and lend me one. I went to Orange Julius. They're part of your company. Please give me a spoon. I know I didn't buy anything from you, but please, 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 please. I need to eat this smoothie. I'm starving because I got my wisdom teeth taken out. I can't wear a straw. They're like, that's so funny. We're talking about wisdom teeth all day. Here you go, girl. And I was like, bless you. Although it was really disgusting because if you don't know, if you haven't seen my trypophobia video, I have trypophobia. It's the fear of holes and grossness. A giant hole in your gums really triggers me and other trypophobic people. Thank you guys so much for watching though. Let me know down in the comments if you have a similar experience or any of your crazy wisdom teeth experience, or even just tell me if it was a normal experience. I want to know. And also please like this video and subscribe. That would mean so so much to me if you subscribed. But yeah, thank you guys so much for watching. Again, please like, comment, and subscribe, and I will see you next time. Bye.